Hey, good evening. Welcome to my energy healing pay as you feel readings. I'm a little bit deaf in my ears today, so it's a bit weird. Um, Sorry, I'm really full of cold. I don't know if anyone else has got this weird summer cold going on. But it's not particularly pleasant, so I might have to keep blowing my nose. Um, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. So I thought what I would start with this week. Hello, if you're coming on to watch, by the way. If you want to stick a comment and say hello, then please do. But I thought I would just show you this week, first of all, the cards that I pull for myself. Hi Sam, hi Paul. So hello. I love when people start coming on. It's like, oh, this is quite exciting. People do want to watch. um, so I always do angel cards for myself every week. So I pull 3 cards. So I thought I would just show you a couple of them because you'll notice they're quite similar. So I got for myself these 2. I got Goddess of the Earth, and then I've got this Heaven and Earth one. And I don't know if you can see, but like this one, the lady, she's got like all these like ropes and everything else around her. And the Goddess of the Earth one is quite similar as well. So I thought, oh, that's quite interesting how they look. They're very similar, do you know what I mean? And then I love this one, the unicorn. Yes, I've got my tissues handy, Paul, thank you. And I got this one as well, so I got Triumphant as well. Hi, Caroline, how are you? So there's different ones that I got this week. So I always just keep them on my fireplace or sort of like on my mantelpiece. And I wait until the following Monday after I've done them, just to see what was relevant. Do you know what I mean? What happened for me that week, what occurred, and try and sort of work out how the cards are relevant to that. So this evening I'm offering my angel, tarot, or spiritual readings. So for those, I think most of you have been on before, but all you do is you just stick a comment in the box as to which one you would like. If it makes sense and you think, oh, that was worth it, then if you can head over to PayPal and pay nrghealingyork@gmail.com, I would very much appreciate it. So if there's anything in the comments, if not, I will just keep talking until someone says that they would like a reading. If not, I can just talk, which is fine with me. So this week I said I felt it's weird because I think this weekend I didn't want to do anything, which isn't like me. And if you read my blog that I wrote on Monday, I had an argument with the universe and I told them that I didn't want to do this anymore, that I wanted off this whole spiritual train, that I just wanted to go and get a normal and just be normal. Do you know what I mean? Whatever normal is. Go and work for someone else and not do this anymore. I was like, I was just telling them, I was going, I don't want to be a conduit. I don't want to be a channeler. I don't want to be a messenger. And I was just having words with the universe, but obviously they don't listen to you because, you know, you've chosen this path before you came here. So you might get a bit annoyed and you might get a bit frustrated with them, but at the end of the day, it's like, well, you kind of get off it. It's like you've started something and you've got to carry on. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit like when you first step on a roller coaster. You kind of get off it. You've just got to go along with it. So this weekend I didn't feel like doing very much, to be honest, because I was just annoyed with the universe, which is quite funny. So I tried arguing, but like I said, we're having none of it. So I was on a speed awareness course yesterday, and whilst I was there, my head was just going mad. I was getting loads of tingling on my crown chakra. So when I came home, I was like, right, I'm going to meditate. I haven't meditated for a while because I'm still annoyed with you. So I sat down to do meditation, and I got a symbol, which I don't often get. I don't often get symbols, but it was like an upside down triangle with like a rainbow in one corner. So I didn't think much of it. I just drew it. But then I started looking at it, reading up a bit about it on it yesterday, and it said it was all to do with the divine feminine, and it was all to do with like being like a mother. There was lots of feminine words for it, and I think one of the phrases was the birth of true wisdom as well. So it's like, oh, that's interesting. So yeah, so see if one has a different answer this week. Okay. Yeah, I think that has been a feeling. So like, there's a lot of people that, you know, I follow on YouTube and I listen to. Probably for me is like confirmation that what I'm feeling and what I'm getting is the same for everyone else as well. And a lot of the people that I do follow and listen to, that's what I get. Paul, did you want a angel card or a tarot card or spiritual? And the same for you as well, Sam. Just stick in the comments what exactly you want and we can do it for you. And then if you have a preference for the angel card pack, then by all means you can choose. I'll just put my angel cards back in the pack, so if that one's for you, then that one's for you. But yeah, so I think a lot of people have been getting like, well, there's a guy, Lee Harris, who does like energy updates for the whole of the earth. If you haven't seen him, watch him on YouTube. He's quite a good guy. And one thing he was saying that is that if you're quite sensitive anyway to energy, then you will have been feeling it a lot more over the last few days. Okay, angel cards. So Sam, so there was angel cards. You can have a tarot card, or I can do a spiritual reading for you if you like. Hello, Selena. How are you? Just bear in mind, last week when I was doing these, the spirit ones that were coming through wasn't necessarily always a person or spirit. It was more that I was getting a message for the person, but without the spirit being there, if that makes sense. Right, so Paul, I'll just write your name down and see what we'll get for you this week. I've already got a word in my head, Paul. I'm just like, patience. I'm getting a hand for you, Paul. It's like, whoa. So funny. Let's see, spirit as well for you, Sam. Okay, so I'll do Paul first, and then we'll see what comes for you, Sam. Excuse my sniffing. I sniff a lot. Like I was saying, I've got a bit of cold, so who gets cold in the summer? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Anyway, right, let's see. Patience. Why does Paul need patience? Okay. Right, just give me a minute and see what comes through. Okay, I know you mentioned a bit about frustration, but I am feeling that sense of frustration with you, and it's like you want to jump. Do you know what I mean? It's like you want to leap before you're ready. Yeah, so I feel you need to slow it down a bit, and I feel this is primarily around your circumstances and your spiritual development. So I feel as like, you know, the ideal, yeah, is that you leave your job, you're like, right, you go and hand your notice in, you're like, right, that's it, I've had enough, I'm leaving, blah, blah, blah. But I feel as if you have to be there. I think this is what I sort of said to you last week as well. There's a reason that you need to stay where you are at the minute in terms of work life, because you can also carry on developing your spiritual stuff, but I feel as if you sort of need that to ground you at the minute. And there's still lessons that need to be learned in that bit of your life before you can completely live the spiritual life, if that makes sense. So I feel as if there's a resistance there, and when we're resisting life, yeah, when we're trying to do things that we want to do, that our head wants to do, that our ego wants to do, as aside to what our spirit has to do, then it creates this conflict. So I feel as if it's in the head a bit, like you've got this conflict going on between sort of like what you want to do and what you are doing. Do you know what I mean? And what you feel you should be doing as well. So I feel as if there's different aspects in the minute where you're like, well, I have to do this, but I want to do this. And yeah, there's this internal battle going on with you. I've just been shown like as well this like beautiful brown horse. I'm trying to remember what the symbolism is of horses. I feel as if it's I want to say like strength and change as well. And I think part of it is also, I know you already get out in nature quite a lot, but I feel as if I've just seen you sort of like jumping on this horse as if like, um, you, no one, yeah, partly that you want to escape the mundane, I want to say. Sounds awful, but do you know what I mean? Like the routine and the stuff, etc. That's what a horse means. I just got it's freedom. So the horse symbolizes freedom for you, but I just feel there is still some work that you have to do being where you are before you'll be given, if you like, that freedom that it is you're looking for. And I think part of it as well is being disciplined in your spiritual stuff and your practices, etc. when you're not in that place or that work environment, which will help you to grow and expand to then have that freedom. Does that make sense, Paul? Limboland, yeah. Yeah, Limbolands are very fun. Hi, Kaylee, all right. Yeah, so there's a solar eclipse starting next week with the next new moon on Tuesday as well, which I feel, and I've listened to and I've heard about, it's going to be quite a big time for change. So yeah, so this limbo land bit is, I feel like a time of resting, if you like, before this solar eclipse and the time of change that's going to take place. Okay, so enjoy the limbo land for a minute, do you know what I mean, or a week or however long it's going to be, because I feel like there's going to be big changes coming in the next week. So, okay, I hope that's all right for you, Paul. Right, Sam. And yes, if you want to spend some time together, Paul, that is more than fine with me. So just in case you missed it, birthday, yay! Happy birthday, Paul, for 2 weeks, just in case I forget. Yeah, just in case anyone has happened to sort of miss out on the fact that on Friday I am going to Glastonbury. Woo! I've been looking at all the pictures today, getting really excited. So it's on my list of things to do before I'm 40, which is next year. And I got invited, so I'm going. Yeah, I'll come and see you after my cold's gone, Paul. Right, so Sam, let's see what we can get for you. Right, bear with me. Sorry, sniffing. Just get a drink, 2 seconds. Right, Sam. Okay, so the first image that I've been given, Sam, is just a picture of you sat with like your hand, with your head in your hands, just like, oh my God, just getting like, I don't want to say frustrated, but just sort of like, as if you're banging your head against a brick wall a little bit. And I feel as if you've had like a bit of an energy slump, so I can just see it. And I'm not saying that you've done this, but the image that I've just been given is, like when you're just slumped and you're sitting and you're just sort of like, and you're just like, you're getting that sort of like, can't be bothered, don't know what to do next. And I feel like that's where you're at a little bit at the minute. Sam, hello, Emmanuel, how are you? Just see if I'm getting lots of pink hearts for you from Spirit. So I feel as if there is someone, I don't know if you said that earlier, but I do feel as if there's someone there who's like sending you a lot of love and a lot of nurturing and caring, because you're not doing that for yourself at the minute, are you, chick? I feel as if, yeah, I feel as if you're putting yourself at the bottom of the pile. And I know like a lot of mums do that. Do you know what I mean? It goes sort of like kids at the top and then husband and then you. But that's why I feel you're getting lots of pink hearts at the minute to give you a lot of love and a bit of like a pick-me-up. I'm being told that you shouldn't be beating yourself up as much as you are. Let me just see what else. That's not very specific. I'm being shown for you a black crow. I'm getting lots of animals today, aren't I? I never normally get animals through. Hi, Chelsea. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Laura. Yeah, black crows. So, what's a black crow symbolize? I've never had a black crow through before, so I want to say part of it, and this is just my interpretation, and by all means go and look up a black crow afterwards, but I feel as if this black crow is something, part of it's to do with wisdom, and I feel as if there's a bit of writing to be done as well for you. And also I want to say about like doing rituals and which bit, which bit did you miss, Sam? I can never remember what I've said, so you'll have to go back and wind it. Sorry. Oh, black crow. I'm getting a black crow for you, and I was just saying I feel as if there's some writing to be done, but also something about rituals, because I think black crows were always with like witches and wizards. So, you know, like, and I'm not saying again that you're a witch or a wizard, but they were always sort of there in the background, you know, like overseeing things. So I don't know if this is, like I said, symbolic. I said, by all means, go and have a look at what a black crow means afterwards, if need be. But yeah, I feel as if there's something that you need to be doing with rituals. I do want to say spells specifically. I feel as if there's, and I don't know if you've ever dabbled in spells. Personally, I've never done a spell. I've read about them, but I've never done one. But it normally involves like getting a candle and maybe getting some sort of feathers and some sort of crystals and burning stuff and etc. But I feel as if this could be actually like really helpful and useful for you at the minute. And again, do you know what I mean? I've got no idea if you already do spells or not, but that's something that I feel is really like it's something that either you're drawn to or it's something that needs to be done for something specific, like to manifest something. I feel. Let me just see if there's anything. My crown chakra's going mad now, and I can't stop itching it. Let's just see if there's anything else for you. Do you know a Billy in spirit? I just got the name Billy thrown at me. He said Grandad Billy, but I don't know if that is right or not. Yeah, you definitely need to do some writing, Sam. And it's not writing for your business, it's writing for you, or it's writing about like reflecting. It's definitely like, it's not business related, it's personal related. Yeah, reflections. Yeah, I don't know if you can take Grandad Billy. I'll just see if there's anything else for you, Sam. I've just been shown a crossroads as well for you. So I don't know if you're at a crossroads at the minute and you're trying to work out whether you go forwards or do you go left or do you go right, etc. But I feel as if this writing and casting this spell will help you to make that decision that you need to decide which direction you're going to go in. You don't know, Billy? Oh, if anyone else knows a Billy, just shout out to Grandad Billy because he's hanging around somewhere. But yeah, so I feel like the writing's going to help you at this junction that you're at. So write down and be very clear about what it is that you want, and what you don't maybe want as well, because sometimes we can get a bit sort of confused. Do you know what I mean? So be very clear about what you want specific, and then from the writing, maybe then do the spell. Maybe he's come through a few of them. So yeah, so just I would do that, Sam, if that's okay. So if you can take on board that stuff, go and have a look at what the black crow, if there's a symbolism for it, see what it does mean. But that's the feelings that I get for you. Is that okay, Sam? Okay, so thank you very much for working with me. So there's a question here from Chelsea. How do you get reading? So Chelsea, the way that I work is I offer pay as you feel readings. So if you would like an angel card, a tarot card, or a spiritual reading, then all you do is you put in the comments and say which reading you would like. If it makes sense and you can take something from it, then if you just go over to PayPal and pay nrghealingyork@gmail.com. If you think that I'm talking a load of tosh, then you don't have to pay anything. So the only reason I do it is like, oh, you're welcome, Sam. The reason I do it is pay as you feel, is because as a Reiki teacher, I believe in energy exchange, and I feel as if I just did them for free, then you don't get as much value from them. Do you know what I mean? So you might go, oh yeah, well, it was free. Blah, blah, blah. So I believe in energy exchange, which is why I offer them on pay as you feel. Hello, Patricia. How are you? So, Chelsea, did that answer your question? Hello, Laura. You've joined since I've been in. And I think Emmanuel's still here. So, yeah, just for some of you who are maybe new, so the difference between angel cards and tarot cards, which is one of the things that I normally get asked, is what is the difference? So the angel cards I always describe as being slightly more caring, more nurturing, a bit more supportive. Whereas with the tarot cards, sometimes people get a bit freaked out by like the death card, and then there are some cards where people on there look like really sad, really upset. So it depends where you're at basically in your life. So for me, when I was going through my separation, I couldn't look at the tarot cards at all. Whereas I just used the angel cards constantly for like 6 months. And then when I felt that I was ready to again, I was like, right, I can look at the tarot cards again. So they're the two, that's the difference between the angel and tarot cards. And then with the spiritual ones, so I was just playing my foot. With the spiritual ones, sometimes I get spirit through. Sometimes, but last week, like spirits weren't necessarily there, but I was still getting messages for people, but I couldn't describe the person. I was just getting told what to tell them. So that's it, more or less. So if you want to read and you just stick it in the comments. And that's it, really. Oh, that's all right, Patricia. No worries. I was just saying the cards that I got earlier, I'll just show you again for those of you who weren't on. So I do my own angel cards every week. So I always pull 3 from my packs. So the ones that I got this week were quite similar. There's lots of blueness in them, which is all to do with communication. So the first one I got is Goddess of the Earth. If you can see that. So this is one of the types of angel cards that I do. And it says, an idea connected to imagination, creativity, and nature is coming your way. And then the next one I got was this one, which is Heaven and Earth, which if you see is quite similar to this one, because it both involves, both the ladies there are sort of like wrapped around trees, and there's lots of wires and branches going on and lots of blueness. And then the third one I got was Triumphant, which is this little unicorn with the feathers, and again, lots of blueness. So for me, when I sort of look at them, I'm like, right, what are the colours? What's it about? It's, there's a lot of communication there, lots of nature, etc. And triumphant normally means that something's, you've overcome something or you've won something. But I keep those sort of like in view, and then come the end of the week, then I look back and I'm like, oh, that's what that meant, and that makes sense, etc. So that's how I look at them, basically. I was trying to think if there was anything else I was going to. Oh, yeah, so just in case you missed it, I'm off to Glastonbury. Hello, Sherry. I'm off to Glastonbury on Friday. So a very kind friend of mine rang me last week and invited me. So it's my first time, so I'd written down in my diary 40 things that I'm allowed to do before I'm 40, which is next year. I'd finished my skydive and I was looking through my list and I'm like, oh, I wonder what I'll do next. I wonder what will be fun. And literally 2 hours later, my friend rang me and went, have you got Glastonbury on your vision board? I was like, no, why? He's like, well, you can come. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, it's not my vision board, but it's on my list. I was like, I didn't even get the chance to take it, like from my list and put it on my vision board. Plus putting 40 things on a vision board is a bit much. So I realise I'm just rambling and talking, by the way. So if anyone wants to read, and just stick in the comments and I will carry on. But yeah, so I'm going to Glastonbury on Friday, which I am super, super excited about. Never been before, and I've been just looking at all the pictures and I'm just like, my days. Oh, what's going on? So in the pipeline, so you guys are the first to hear about this, which is quite cool. In the pipeline, myself and my friend, who I've known for 20 years, who has also done a lot of work and a lot of reading and has a lot of experience as well with the law of attraction and manifesting. We are going to do, I'll answer your question in a minute, Paul. We're going to be running our first manifesting workshop down near where she lives in July, so in 4 weeks, which we need to plan and sort. And then what we're planning to do is, following that, do one in September in York. So if anyone's interested in a manifesting workshop in York, then please let me know, because, well, just look out for details. I'll keep sharing and sharing and sharing. So any reason why 3 cards? No. The only reason I do 3 cards, Paul, is because I've got 3 nice packs of angel cards and I can never decide which pack I want to use. So I actually use more than that. I use the 3 angel card packs, and then I've got a pack of Gabrielle Bernstein, The Universe Has Your Back. So I do one of those. I got the same card twice. So I got I got 1 card last week, then 1 card exactly the same card again this week. I've got Miracles Do Happen, which is quite funny, because you know how I was saying earlier, for those that I told the universe off and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, I want off the spiritual train. Well, the card that I got says, I am not the victim, I am the lighthouse. And when I was watching Lee Harris earlier, I was like, you're not the victim, you're the lighthouse. And I'm like, okay, I'm listening. So, you know, even if you get a card, then sometimes you find the message gets reiterated in different places. So I do those ones, and I've also done an Angels and Ancestors card way. So I do quite a few for myself really every week. Sherry, if you can let me know in the comments whether you want an angel card reading, a tarot card reading, or a spiritual reading, please. And Selena, I'll do your spiritual reading as well after, since your granddad Billy has already made an appearance. It's funny, isn't it? Because you see, sometimes you've just got to listen, because sometimes the spirits that I get through don't always come through for the person who's having the reading done. Does that make sense? So sometimes a spirit will come through and it's for someone else. So yeah, Sherry, let me know what you're after in the comments, please, and I will do that for you. Can you believe it's summer? I want the sunshine. I need sunshine. If anyone's got any questions as well, feel free to ask randomly. What else am I doing? I'm sure there's other stuff that if anyone is in York on the 7th of July, I'm going to be in Millennium Fields with a couple of my students doing Pay As You Feel Reiki, which will be quite fun. So we'll have the Reiki beds, hopefully 2. So pop down if you like. Sherry, are you still here? Because if you are, can you say what you want? Otherwise, I will skip to Selena's. I'll write down your name, Selena, but I don't know why I'm bothering, because obviously your granddad's here, so. I don't know if Sherry's still here. I hope everyone else is well, by the way. No one else has got this summer cold, honestly. I rang my dad earlier. My dad told me off. Yeah, I do, honestly, Paul. Once you start using them, like, at least once a week, honestly, you'll find, like, synchronicities happen and the cards all tie in and everything else. Yeah, I rang my dad earlier and I was like, how are you? He's like, yeah, I'm all right, you? I was like, I'm full of cold. He's like, you're full of cold and you're going to Glastonbury. What are you doing? I was like, yeah, right, Dad. I was like, I'm in my 5th day, Dad, of having a cold. I was like, I'll be fine by Friday. Right, so Selena. So Sherry, if you're still watching this, can you comment? And I'm just going to do, like, which reading you want. And I'm just going to do Selena's whilst I'm waiting for you. She does. Okay, so the man that I'm being shown, Selena, is a bit like what's his name? You know, have you ever seen Last of the Summer Wine? not compo. There's another one, the sensible one I want to say. He's quite sort of short. I'd probably put him at maybe, I say quite short. He's probably like 5'4", 5'5". But he hasn't got, like the guy in Last of the Summer Wine's got dark hair, but this guy's got whiter hair, and he's wearing a flat cap, and I feel like he would have had an allotment as well. Does that make sense to you, Selena? I feel like he would have been, he would have definitely, I'm seeing him with his garden fork digging up potatoes. Mm. Does that make sense? Yeah, the white hair does. Mm. Okay, let's see what else. Okay. I just asked what he would have passed with, and I just got emphysema. So I don't know how his lungs were for him. But I've just been, that's the word that he just gave me. So I just said, were you married? He's like, yeah, of course I was married. I'm like, all right, sorry. He's shown me him dancing around the room. Not professionally or anything, but I feel as if this was something that he would have done with his wife and that he actually enjoyed doing. I feel as if they would have met at a dance as well. I don't know if you know much about how him and your grandma met. It's your uncle. It's just I got the word granddad here. Okay, so if I don't, so okay, so this guy likes dancing. So if you had an allotment, you've got a woodworker. So I got earlier, Patricia. I got the name Grandad Billy, and Selena had said she had a Grandad Billy, but then the guy I'm describing, she thinks you're saying it's your uncle, Selena, and then Paul. So Paul sometimes gets stuff as well through. So Paul says he's got a woodworker, whereas mine's farming potatoes. So let's see what else I can get for you, Selena. Because it might be your Grandad Billy just came in and got like, do you know what I mean? And then it's now your uncle. They dance ball. Is that your uncle, Selena, that danced? Because sometimes, so your Grandad Billy might have come in to get my attention for you. Do you know what I mean? Which is what they sometimes do as well. Okay, right, let's see what else you can give me. He just keeps showing me and dancing now. Yeah, it's okay. So they would have done it like, yeah, okay. And so I feel as if they would have had like the outfits as well. So he showed me their outfits. I think he was very proud of them. Um, he's not giving me much else at the minute, to be honest, Lena, apart from the dancing. So I feel like that was a really important, like, part of his life. Do you know what I mean? Then these potatoes, he just keeps showing me potatoes in his garden. I've got the name Darren for you as well, Selena. and he's just shown me like a piece of jewelry. I want to say a watch, which has been given to someone, and I feel like it's, like it's got like a round face, and then like it's not a claspy watch. Like the stretch. What do you call them? Like a stretchy band. Like an elastic band like this, where it goes like that. I feel like his watch would have done that, as opposed to being like a claspy watch or a buckle. I feel like it was a pulley, bracelety, silvery watch that he's shown me. So I don't know if that's been given to someone in the family, because I was just asking if he's got a message for you, but all I'm getting is the watch. It's just shown me as well for you, Selena, like a massive sunshine, which I take as being sort of like that he's sending you loads of positive energy and lots of, this sunshine filled vibe, if you like. And I just feel like he wants to send a bit of joy your way as well for you. I don't know if you've sensed him around, but he's just said, he said, she knows I'm there. She knows I'm there. So I don't know if you've sensed him as well sometimes. He's just showing me him dancing again, Selena. So I'll leave you with him dancing, if that's all right, Selena, for this evening. And send you his love and his sunshine, bless him. I'm not singing. He's going. He's just started going. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. I was like, I'm not singing this evening. I did. So yeah. So I'll leave you with that song as well, Selena, if that's all right. Okay. Thank you very much. So yeah, if anyone else wants a reading, then please just stick in the comments whether you want the spiritual, angel, or tarot reading. What did Paul get as well? Light bulbs. Do light bulbs mean anything, Selena, to you? So Paul's just practicing as well, sort of like seeing if he gets anything which is also relevant. So it's worth keeping an eye on his comments. And if that, yeah, and the woodworker as well. I don't know if your uncle was a woodworker, Selena. So yeah, so anyone else? What did Patricia say? What's his name? Oh, so I told you Patricia, his name. Just making sure I haven't missed anyone. Sherry, are you still online? Excuse me, if you are, if you can let me know what sort of reading you wanted. Otherwise we'll have to wait till next week. Caroline, are you still there? Because I never know, it doesn't tell me how many names, it just says that there's 5 people still there, so. Okay, so if no one else wants a reading, then I will wish you a fabulous, fabulous week. I will be back again next Wednesday. I might be a little bit tired, but I will be here, and hopefully my cold will have gone. But yeah, just keep an eye out for lots of photos and videos from Glastonbury. I'm excited. And yeah, I will catch up with you all next Wednesday. Okay, have a great week, guys, and I will see you all next Wednesday at around, we'll say 8:15 next week, because then that gives me time to put the kids to sleep. Okay, speak to you all soon. Bye.